I'm so excited about this segment. This is one of my favorite things at the high school, and it's the theater department. You guys put on the most incredible shows. Miss Sizemore, you're the director of theater here. You got a big job, right?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about you, first of all. What's your background and how long have you been here?
So I started with the love of theater at the young age of, I believe, 4.
Oh,
and
wow.
then I just grew up doing shows at school and grew up doing shows in college and in high school. And originally I wanted to be a teacher when I first went to college. And then I was like, no, I want to sing and dance and act all day long. And then look where I am now.
You got the best of both worlds.
I get the best of both worlds. I get to sing and dance and act with them, and then I also get to teach them how to do it and put on amazing shows here.
And they truly are incredible shows. If you have never been to one, we're about to tell you the first one that you can come to in about a week. It's going to be awesome. Cinderella is the show for this year, right?
Yes, ma'am, it is. And what's different about our version of Cinderella is there are multiple versions of it, from 1957 to the Broadway revival that was a couple of years ago. But our version is unique because our version is the 1997 version based off of the Whitney Houston movie with Brandy and all those people that you can watch on Disney+.
Tell me a little bit about the theater department. Like, what are you guys doing during the year?
So we usually start out our season with a straight show and our competition show, and then we'll do a big musical in the spring. And then if I feel adventurous that year, like I have been this past year, we will do a black box musical in my classroom, and it's like a one night only thing. And then we do a jukebox night as a fundraiser.
So some way that they could kind of be in the know on what's going on is your social media. You guys are really active on there on the Instagram,
Yes,
right?
yes. Our social media is for the Instagram is at Thompson Theater.
And I love it because the fun thing about this year, I liked to see, because you had a wall of shows, right? Tell me about that.
So a fun thing that I started doing is because all the kids were talking about the TikTok trend of the directors coming in and like ripping shows off the wall, and like that's how they revealed the shows they were doing. So I was like, I'll do it too, but I'll do my own twist of it. So actually, before I revealed the video, I pulled down the wrong one, and they were all like, what is going on right now? Like, what is going on? Like, we all know what it is. Like, just go ahead and say it. And then I actually got one of those cameo videos made by the girl who played Cinderella in the recent revival, and she actually revealed it. So it was really cool to like watch all their faces and be like, because like they were like, who is this woman on our screen? Like, now who is this? And then she was like, I played a little girl named, and she said Cinderella, and they were all like, what? That's our show. So yeah, it was fun.
That was really fun and I love to see, you got a really cool theater director here, right? Like, I love to see you guys interact with her, and you just seem to have such a great rapport, and it really shows in the productions that you put on, right? So I want to talk to you a little bit about Cinderella, right? So tell us first of all the dates, so you can just go ahead and mark it on your calendar when she tells you. So what are the dates?
Okay, so we have 3 shows this year. They are Friday night, April 26th at 7 p.m., Saturday night, April 27th at 7 p.m. That's 7 p.m. everybody, not 6. So come at 7. If you come at 6, we won't be ready.
Really?
Come at 7. And then April 28th at 2.
Okay. And you're also going to get to do some performances for the schools, just kind of little teaser performances.
Yes, ma'am. We do every year. Something that I try to do as a field trip for our elementary students is to celebrate their ACAP testing and being done with ACAP testing. We do what we call a final dress rehearsal for them, and it's a little like 45-minute preview of the show, but we don't reveal anything in the show, so you don't get to see the ending. And we're like, come back for more. So bring them back for more.
And look, I told you my daughters and I have been coming since The Little Mermaid, which was, what, 2 years ago, maybe?
Yes, ma'am. That was my first year here.
And we have absolutely adored it. The minute that the dates are available, I put it on my calendar. So I want you guys to do that too. Bring your kids, bring the whole family. It is so good. My husband was blown away with Seussical last year. Just the talent that these kids have, it's really incredible, and you're doing a great job leading them. All right, so let's talk to some of our cast members. Okay, so we've got, as you can probably see, our beautiful Cinderella here. Tell me your name and tell me what year you are.
My name is Mia, and I'm a freshman here at Thompson High School.
You are a freshman and you have the lead in the spring musical. Like, how does that feel?
It's really exciting. It was definitely like kind of a shock to me when it first happened, but I've had a lot of fun.
You're not a newbie to the world of performing, though. Give me a little background on you.
So when I was really little, my whole family, they've always been performers, and so I've always had musicals playing in my house. And then when I turned 8, my mom was directing a show at a theater downtown, and I did it. It was Christmas Story, and I got to play Randy, and ever since then, I've just done it my whole life. So this year will be 8 years,
And this is not your first Thompson High School production, right? Tell us what your first one was.
So I did Little Mermaid 2 years ago when I was in 7th grade, and I was a Mer's sister.
I love it. And you looked beautiful. Weren't you the orange?
Yeah, it was red-orange. There was a lot of fun makeup and hair.
Yeah, I bet it was. Well, we are super excited to watch you perform. What has been the most challenging thing, do you feel like, about this production?
I think for me, the most challenging part has just been actually finding Cinderella's character and what I can do with it, because her story is so iconic, and there's so many different versions of it. So finding my way of doing it and just settling into the role probably has been the most challenging for me.
But she's killing it, right?
Oh, I might have already cried a couple of times in rehearsals. It's fine.
I can't wait. I can't wait. And then we got our handsome gentleman over here. Tell me your name and who you're playing.
My name is Jack Davis. I'm playing Lionel. He's kind of the royal steward. He does whatever the king, the queen, and the prince tell him to do. He's always doing their, I guess, dirty work per se.
So you're getting bossed around a lot.
A lot. And it also sucks. The queen just happens to be my sister, so she's taking that to a whole nother level.
Wait, in real life?
Yes.
Oh,
So taking that to a whole nother level out the house.
that's a challenge for you. I was gonna say what's been the most challenging part, but I mean your sister.
I mean, it's a big challenge. She, the first thing she said to me when she got the part was, I walked into her room and was going to tell her congratulations. She told me to bow down to her. So
there you go, right there.
That's a pretty challenging part. But on stage, I'd say the most challenging part is trying to balance the student directing aspect and the character of Lionel, of course. I took the role as Lionel more because I wanted to be able to do the student directing part. I didn't want to have a very major role because I wanted to still be able to do that student directing part. So that's the biggest challenge, is being able to balance the student directing and the acting on stage.
Now you're a senior, right?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
What do you want to do? Do you want to continue on in the theater world, or are we going somewhere else?
I am going to continue to the theater world. I'm going to Troy University. I'm on a scholarship for technical theater and musical theater. I'm going to have to double major. I don't know if this is exactly a career path I want to take, but all the scholarships they offer majors, so I'm going to have to major in that, of course, and then I think PT of some sort, going into, or sports medicine, something like that. I come from a very athletic background. I've played football all my life and baseball, so I mean I really like the coaching stuff and all that stuff that goes on behind the scenes there.
So lots to come from you, I'm sure, in many different areas of life.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
All right, now we've got our newest theater member, right?
Yes.
With that, I'm correct in saying that, right? But you're a senior.
Yes, ma'am.
And this is your first show?
Yes, I played in the pit last year as the lead guitarist for Seussical, and we always would go in the dressing rooms before with all the cast members as they were getting ready. We'd listen to the soundtrack and kind of get in the zone, and I was singing along to the soundtrack because once you play the music so many times, yeah. So we're all singing, having a good time. And on the dressing room door, we hear some pretty loud knocking from our wonderful director over there, and she was like, who is that singing? Because she gets to know everybody's voice, so she's like, who is that? And everybody rats me out, and so she makes it her absolute mission to get me to join theater. And I was kind of apprehensive at first because I've always been kind of not very outgoing, and especially singing in front of people, it just wasn't my thing. But eventually I decided that I was like, all right, I'm going to give this a try. I'm going to get out of my comfort zone. And it has been a choice that I definitely do not regret at all. It's been amazing.
And look, I told you, I think that takes some guts to your senior year to get out there and put yourself out there like that. What? I mean, that is awesome. But man, you got some good people surrounding you here, right?
It really does feel like a family. and I've always been like a band kid, so it was so different going between the two.
Yeah.
But I think I've genuinely found a place where I actually fit in, and it feels really nice to be a part of it, and I'm really glad that I made the decision.
Now, you're also going to be going to Troy, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And tell me about your scholarships there. Not on theater scholarship here, right?
Not on theater scholarship. I auditioned for band and jazz band and academics and whatnot. So I'm going there, and I think I'll be going for either music industry or music education, because that's kind of where this whole thing started for me. The passion of music and all that. I just want to continue that on and pass it on to younger people and let them enjoy it like I've gotten to.
Well, guys, I am so excited. I cannot wait to see this production. How cool that you get to work with these amazing souls here, right? Like, how cool are they?
Yes. So Jack this is his second year in the program, and then that's his first year. And of course, this is her first year, but she's been in shows before. But like all the kids that I'm surrounded by, they're truly amazing, and it's an amazing job. Like, I love it.
Well, I know they feel the same way about you for sure, and you guys are just a family. It shows. We are so excited about Cinderella, April 26th, 27th, and 28th. You can follow them on social media. You can look on the website, I'm sure, and tickets. Do we need to go?
Tickets are on GoFan right now currently. You just search Thompson. I think it's Thompson High Performing Arts, if that's the right one. I think it is. And you just search and pick the date you want to come.
Okay, it's gonna be awesome. I'll be there with my family. Make sure you bring your family out and come see Cinderella at the Pack.